So I've been thinking again. I want to ask you a question. How many of you guys have gone to the golf course, had your four ball, had your little game, and now you're having a shower, and Johnny is getting married next week, eh? And he's so excited. He's got his little girlfriend and his little fiance, and like so excited. So you're having a shower and stuff like that. Hey Johnny, like, so how are you feeling about your marriage next week? Like, hey, you must be so excited. He's like, yeah, man, I'm so excited. So where you going on honeymoon? Oh no, we're going to the Caribbean or some shit, or fucking Acapulco or Uppington or who cares. Oh yeah, and then when you get back, like where you're living and it's going to be so cool, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, man, I can't wait to get back, like so that I can beat up my woman, I can turn around and slap her. She's got a high pain tolerance. I'm so lucky. I can slap her around and she's, beat up and make her miserable and make her sad and make her cry. It's going to be such heaven. I've never had that conversation. Have you ever had that conversation? Have you seen any guy that goes into marriage thinking how he can fuck it up? Huh? It's like another question. I mean, how many people get up in the morning and think, oh, what a lovely day. I'm going to really fuck people around today. We don't do that, do we? We get up in the morning, we try our best. Whether it works out or doesn't work out, we try our best. And we go into our marriage in the same way. We try our best. We fall in love. There's romance. She's the only one. She's going to make you so happy. And you are going to do everything to make her happy. And you're going to give her beautiful kids. And you can't wait to play soccer with your sons and let those motherfuckers come near your daughter if they have not got terminal acne and 3-inch thick glasses. They cannot see her before she's 29, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You are so protective and you've got such high aspirations and life is going to be so great. But then life gets in the way, doesn't it? So now we go further down the line and all of a sudden the romance fades. Maybe it doesn't. Why do marriages break apart? Eh? Let's think about that for a second. I think there's 3 reasons in my book. The first, we outgrow each other. Some people outgrow each other. The second is abuse. We're turning around or messing around. So we go and date and we have relationships, or she has a relationship, or so both of us are doing hanky-panky on the side of one of us, and you get caught. Okay, it's tough shit, buddy. If you did that, it's going to come down. You know what I mean? So deal with it. And there's ways of dealing with it. Or money. So let's go through them first. Growing apart. We meet when we're 21 years old or 18 years old. We're both at varsity and we're so cool and we're so fucking students. And we're protesting and on Wits on Jan Smuts Avenue. We won't go. And this cuck and fighting for greater causes and greater humanity. It's wonderful being a student, isn't it? And then we leave and we get our degree and our wife gets her degree and we get married and then she wants to raise a family and a home and she creates a nest. Meanwhile, you're a fast tracker, you're a go-getter, and your company realizes it, and they pick you up, and they start chasing you, and you start becoming good, and you become successful, and you're making money. Now, she likes the money. But she's at home building a nest, and she wants you home at 6 o'clock for dinner. And if you're not home, it's like, where have you been? I've cooked the whole day, and I've had this food on the stove, and you just can't even come home for a decent meal with your wife. But babes, I've got to work. This is that's all I ever hear is work, work, work. Okay, so now you resign and you get a job as a fucking janitor. And then it's like, you're always home. Okay? Why don't you make money? Look at your friends. They've all got, Doris has got a beautiful house. Look at her. Look at her husband. You're a janitor. But babes, you said you wanted me to spend more time with me. I mustn't be working so hard. But that doesn't mean you still shouldn't earn money. You're just selfish. You think of yourself, don't you? Okay, I'm making jokes, but that's it, isn't it? We turn around and we look at that because she wanted a nest and you wanted a career. And as we go up the ladder and we get older, so your high jet setting business corporate people are different to the housewives that come and have their knitting and baking classes. You're different. You get different interests, different things that excite you and make you happy, and you grow apart. And then we turn around and get divorced. We think we let someone down. Maybe it's not. Eh? Maybe we don't let the person down. Maybe if you grow apart and understand it. That there's no slight on anyone. No one's fucked up. You've grown apart. And the adult thing to do is to say, okay, well, let's turn around. The objective is for both of you to be happy and the kids to be secure and happy. So is parting the wrong thing? Maybe not. Relationship, you screw around or she screws around. Personally, I've got a very weird lookout on that. I said to my wife, when we were having problems, I said, what, do you want to go fuck around? Do you want to go and shag someone else? No, she didn't. I don't know if she did or not, but I don't care quite honestly. But my feeling was, if she was, I'd want to know a question. I'd want to say, is this emotional? Is it that you're wanting another relationship? You want to fall in love with this man? Or did you have a fuck? And personally, I would not leave for a fuck. If my wife turned around and wanted to go and get her rocks off, I'd rather, and in my marriage, after 20 years of marriage, am I actually going to throw away what I had because she had a shag? If she fell in love, it's a very different story. Then it's end. It's finished. It's over. Move on, like growing apart. But for someone that fucked up, got pissed, went out, office party, and shagged some dumb fuck. Of course, the dumb fuck is another story. We'd work that out later, you know what I mean? But at the moment, getting mad with her, I don't know. Yes, it's a complicated one, but my thing, I would not throw a marriage away for that. I'd turn around, speak about it, and work about it, and work out if she is in love, if our relationship was over, or if she made a mistake. You don't die for mistakes. You don't murder people for mistakes. You turn around, you get over it. That's the adult thing to do. So you try and get over it. And then, of course, the one is money. COVID times. I think money's the big thing, isn't it? Women, they get used to a lifestyle or aspire to a lifestyle. You can't deliver, and you let them down because they want their happy ever after. And you're not supplying the happy ever after, but you've changed. Fuck, hello? We turn around and we're between 20 and 60. If we haven't changed, we're a little child. We're still the child mentality. It's not actually, I mean, 20, I still think to be 20, but... And I think I am 20, it's just my fucking body doesn't know it. But anyway, so money gets in the way. So whatever reason, we don't want to be together. We want to break up. We want to get this marriage out. So what do? We head off to the court. And we go and see judges and lawyers. Lawyers first, okay? One of you goes to see a lawyer. And the lawyer, he's like in Las Vegas, isn't he? He's like hanging out. Well, you know that if you can do this, you can have the car and the house. And if you do it now, we'll give you the 2 kids in the yard. And they sell it. They propose of what they're going to get for you. It's like a fucking lotto. Instead of saying, hold it, let's go back. The assets will still be around. We can work that thing through. But just, what happened? No, he beat me up. Or she hit me or something like that. So now we go, and then we go to court. And the court has a look at that last 30 seconds. Says, okay, right, he slapped her, she slapped him, whatever. There was violence. There was exchange, heated words, broken chairs, whatever. And they look at that. And that's what they do. They say they work on the facts. And that's the fact she broke the table, or he broke the chair, or he slapped her or something terrible. I mean, I'm not condoning that, but these things happen. We know, we adults, guys, we are big people, and shit like that happens. Is it good? No. Does it happen? Yes. Is a person that gets angry and the two get each other and they fly at each other and there is violence or aggression, does that make them a serial wife basher? Or man basher, or serial abuser? No, the abuse goes for years. It's taken time. I want to go see the story of how the people met. When they got married, how old were they got married? When did it start drifting apart? And how did it start drifting apart? And being honest, why did it start drifting apart? That's the story, not the last 5 minutes. And that is the story that's got to be fixed. The last 5 minutes can't be fixed. That has been aggression. But going back and saying, is it salvageable? Before, is it some ready to rape? Go and have a look. And that's what I think we should be doing, and we're not. And the courts and the systems that are put in place for separations, divorces, parting of ways, oh, they like the money lenders in the temple when Christ went bosses. He walked in there and these people were trading in his father's house, and he went fucking mullet and broke the tables and shit to pieces. Was it the right thing to do? Well, no, it wasn't cool. He got crucified for it, didn't he? But these people, the money lenders, were at fault. No one turned around. They were part of the church. They're a great establishment. Hey, no, they can't be wrong. Whip the oak, turn around, hit him on a cross and spear him in 3 days later and let him go rise to heaven. But the money lenders carried on, and they carried on through time. And they became the merchants, didn't they? For religion, for commerce, bourgeoisie, all this kind of thing. But they were respectable. The whores that were selling their body were the bitches. They were the bad guys because they were so fucking disgusting. Obviously, the money lenders were the people paying the whores, but we won't go there. They were the respectable. And don't you love respectability, okay? So now we go and we get our lawyer, and he turns around and works out how we're going to rip and destroy the other part of your family. And the kids we know are only going to be collateral damage. They're just going to fucking fall apart, become drug addicts, have psychological problems, wet their beds. You know the normal shit that comes. We all, that's part of the game, isn't it? No, it's not part of the game. It's a fuck up. So we go, and now we come to the judge, and we come his worship. And we come before the magistrate. And you walk into court. I walk into court. I feel like a fucking criminal. And I'm not. But I walk in, and people that are so disrespectful, these bloody lawyers and judges and all of these legal people and the clerks that fill in the fucking piece of paper, their shit doesn't stink. You know? Who are you? What do you want? Could you imagine doing that to your client? Hey? I do events. Could you imagine me walking into my client? What do you want? Alan, not Craig, you fuck. Who do you think? Don't you know anything about events? Go and learn. You obviously don't have any your homework. I know I'm going to do something for you or for one of the big players, for SAB. But you guys just don't know. Please go and do your homework and come back. Okay? And we'll tell you if you're doing an event. But I don't do that. I'm sitting there and saying, excuse me, sir, why don't you just bend over, turn around so I can blow smoke up your ass because I want to work for you again. I love taking your money, but we go to court, we can't do that because it's only court. There's no options. So you can't turn around and say, well, I don't want this one. Let's go to the other one. You are stuck with these people to treat you like a second-rate citizen and to insult you and degrade you and devalue you, that you feel you got no value, that you feel guilty of shit you haven't done in the court. And these are the people that are defining our thing. What makes them so special? Could you imagine your plumber coming to your house and, excuse me, Gavin, why does your shit stink so much in your drain? Can't you turn around and eat stuff that doesn't make shit stink? Because this is disgusting. And get to know your plumbing. Understand what your toilet does with the stuff. They don't. The plumber comes, hey, you pick pulp, and he gets into your drain and he fixes it. And what makes the lawyers 8 hours more valuable than the plumbers? Hey? That they can charge the exorbitant rate because they have us by the balls. We can't. There's no other places, no other clients. We are stuck with the court, we're stuck with the judges, and we're stuck with the lawyers. And they are the people that between each other play ping pong with our money and our emotions. And we sit and we go and we're completely out of our depth because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Judges and lawyers, if we did know what we're talking about, what you guys are talking about, then you should worry because we're being caught too much. That means we know how all you guys play, which means we're doing bad shit all the time, which means if we don't know the processes or the procedures of court, isn't that a good thing? That means we're never there. But you treat us like dogs. And the women turn around and you're taking sides and you're making deals. Everyone's making deals. Consultation. Okay, events. I got a client, consulting. I want to consult an event. Okay, right, it's going to cost you $3,000, sir. Okay, here's the $3,000. Right, thank you for the $3,000. Okay, now, here's your consultation. For me to do your event, it's going to cost you half a bar. Half a bar to do my event? Well, what you going to do? No, I can't tell you that. Pay me the 200,000 or pay me 100 grand, and then I'll do the event. What's the objective? What you're going to do? No, I can't tell you that, but just trust me. I can't say what's going to go, but let's go for it. You pay that and anything. Let's work out. That's not consulting. Consulting is when I come to the client and I say, listen, you want to do an event, okay? You want to do an activation, or you want to do an ad or something like that. He says, yes. I say, okay, well, cool. Like, who's your target audience? Find out the target audience. What do you want to achieve? What do you want those people to do? What outcome do you want? And I find out the outcome, and then I start discussing what kind of ideas focusing on that target audience could achieve the objectives as defined in the consultation. Lawyers don't do that. Judges, the whole legal system doesn't. The consultation is to tell you what it's going to cost you. That is crazy. That is nuts, man. I mean, our lives depend on it. Our families, the future. Everyone talks to children on the future, but we don't believe it, do we? We just give lip sync to it. Like religion, everything we just give lip sync to. We all make the right sounds and we listen and we go with the populist thing. But do we actually fucking think what we're thinking, what we're saying? Do we believe what we're saying? And do we have an opinion? And do we have the respect for ourselves to demand to be treated in a certain way? Not arrogance. It's respect. I respect from a street sweeper to a president, and probably the street sweeper more, because he's doing more work. But this whole thing that we are going and our lives are being buffeted by people that don't care, taking a lot of money, don't care about the outcome, don't care about the result, and don't care who gets hurt in the wake. That is not a legal system. That is not justice. How can that be justice? That is abuse. And I think we need to move away. I think society moves away from abuse in so many places, in race, religion, relationships. We all go for this easy, slimy, slither out shit, man. Instead of standing up like people and starting to decide what is good, what is right, where's integrity, where's honor, where's respect. We always say, treat others as you want to be treated as you would like to be treated. And then you throw it away. Now, that's a very, very solid sort of statement and perspective. Respect others. Treat them with respect, no matter if they are kings or paupers. And demand respect for yourself so you can get on in your life and contribute constructively to society at large and to your family in particular. It can be done. It just, you are in control. And it's how. And also the other thing, this whole thing. So we turn around, we go to court, and bang, family breaks apart. We're paying money to lawyers, and our kids are crying, and the wife is acting like a banshee, or the husband's acting like a banshee, whichever side we are. And we're embarrassed. We're shy. We don't want our friends to know. We don't want other people to know. So we are taking ownership of what the court says and what the pit bull says. What they are saying about us, no, I'll be accused of abuse. I can't tell people about that. Fuck that shit. If I haven't abused my family or my wife, and I'm getting a rough deal, my God's sake, I must say it. I mustn't turn around and protect it as though I'm at fault. And if I'm wrong, and my wife does that to me, then 100% she's in her right to say it. This nonsense of our dirty washing that we don't want to put in public, but we perceiving that we got dirty washing that is not dirty washing and being embarrassed about it, because what will people say? Fuck what people say, quite honestly. This is my life. I've got to live it. I've got to live with myself, and I've got to live with those around me, and I've got to make my sons grow into good, honest, happy men who are good husbands. I haven't got daughters. But that's what my job is. And I'm not embarrassed about it. I don't wake up, as I say, and try and fuck up. I do fuck up. Jesus Christ, I know I fuck up and a lot of times. But I don't wake up for fuck up. Shit goes bad. Shit happens. And I do my best to help it sort it out. And in other careers, if I'm turning around getting my mobile fixed and I go and get them to fix, I'm getting people that are doing their best. We go to court, it doesn't. It's sorry, we do you a favor. And you are stupid and dumb. And yes, you are an abuser. And we'll take your money and we don't give a shit about honesty. Because we get someone else. And thank fuck people are still abusing and still murdering each other because we can get rich on it. My God, what a fucked up situation, eh?